Large firms can wield significant market power and can have both positive and negative effects in the countries in which they operate. A multinational corporation is a company that owns or controls production or service facilities in more than one country and operates across national borders as a unified organization. Multinational corporations impact the local economy through their influence on local labor, wages, working conditions, job creation, the performance of local firms, and the well-being of the local community and environment. Multinational corporations impact local labor, wages, working conditions, and job creation through their ability to generate employment, raise or depress wage levels, and shape workplace standards. Multinational corporations impact local firms through increased competition that can either stimulate innovation or force weaker firms out of the market. Multinational corporations impact the local community and environment through contributions to infrastructure and services alongside risks of pollution or disruption to local life. Multinational corporations impact the national economy through their effects on economic growth, flows of foreign direct investment, the balance of payments, the transfer of technology and skills, consumer choice, business culture, and the level of tax revenues alongside issues of transfer pricing. Multinational corporations impact economic growth through their capacity to increase output, investment, and productivity. Multinational corporations impact FDI flows through their role as major sources of inward investment that can stimulate new activity. Multinational corporations impact the balance of payments through their import needs and export capacity along with the repatriation of profits. Multinational corporations impact technology and skills transfer through the introduction of advanced techniques and the training of domestic workers. Multinational corporations impact consumers through wider product choice, improved quality, and competitive prices. Multinational corporations impact business culture through the spread of global management practices and organizational standards. Multinational corporations impact tax revenues and transfer pricing through the taxes they pay alongside the potential manipulation of internal prices that can reduce the taxable income reported in the host country. The ethical issues with globalization are stakeholder conflicts, pay and working conditions, environmental considerations, supply chain considerations, and marketing considerations. Globalization causes stakeholder conflicts through tensions between the pursuit of profit and the expectations of workers, communities, and consumers. Globalization affects pay and working conditions through uneven wage levels, long hours, and poor safety standards that can arise when firms seek to reduce costs. The environmental considerations that come with globalization, and how they are an issue, concern the rise in emissions and difficulties surrounding waste disposal that contribute to pollution and long-term ecological harm. The supply chain considerations that come with globalization, and how they are an issue, concern the exploitation of labor and the use of child labor that undermine human rights and damage ethical standards. The marketing considerations that come with globalization, and how they are an issue, concern misleading product labeling and inappropriate promotional activities that distort consumer understanding and reduce trust. Multinational corporations are controlled through a mixture of government action, legal frameworks, public scrutiny, and internal corporate policies. The factors that must be considered when trying to control multinational corporations are political influence, legal control, pressure groups, and social media. Political influence affects the control over multinational corporations through government power to regulate, permit, or restrict business activity. Legal control affects the control over multinational corporations through laws that set standards, impose penalties, and define acceptable behavior. Pressure groups affect the control over multinational corporations through campaigns that draw attention to unethical practices and push for stronger oversight. Social media affects the control over multinational corporations through rapid public visibility that can damage reputations and force companies to change their actions. Self-regulation and why it would be used to control a multinational corporation refers to a system where a company sets and enforces its own standards to maintain trust, avoid external sanctions, and demonstrate responsible behavior. Thank you for watching this video on the impact of globalization on local and national economies. I'll see you in the next one.